All right. Okay, so I got into the kitchen to do this video, and then I heard Pam. I guess she got up and closed her door. Right. I guess she was waiting to see if I was gonna go into the kitchen to do the video, which I am doing. So she didn't lock her door fully because she left after we got into this little, mini spat. So she came home from work early. The kids was here. They're tired because again they went to bed late. We were supposed to go trick or treating, but she really didn't want to go trick or treating with them because I told her, I said, that, you're gonna have to come with us because I'm leaving. I'm not coming back here. So she said okay. So the kids were they went to bed because they were tired. All right, they didn't go to bed until like after 12 last night, Sunday night, and as I said last night, you heard a siren. Whoop. So anyhow, so she come in and all of a sudden she starts singing, and she's doing these hand signals. She takes her phone and she's like singing, but she holds the phone up to her mouth, she held the phone up to her mouth but to the side, right? So at that point, again being hit with silent sound, I looked up and started fixating on the camera of the phone, right? The phone camera. So this is why she put the phone the way she did, facing me with the camera facing towards me. Right, and at that point I looked up and saw that, right? So I can fixate it. I can always tell when I'm being, when my consciousness is being hijacked. So, I grabbed my phone. So when I grabbed my phone, she stopped and she put her phone down, right? Then she went over to my daughter who was sleeping and started singing the song begging, begging, begging. So again, how they try to silence me, try to say, well, if you talk about your targeting, what it is what we're doing, using this technology to manipulate the people around you, including yourself, that we're going to, you know, make you homeless, take away your disability. Well, like I said, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. I'm still going to do my videos. If I have the ability to do it, I'm going to continue to do it. So anyway, she started talking about, and like, because what they try to do, again, is, and you see, as I was talking, I just put my hands in my pocket. I had my change for the bus, and I hit my pocket with the change in it. Again, I didn't want to do that, but that's what I did. Again, just explain to you guys what's happening. Again, because I'm doing this video. So anyhow, so she started, doing these hand signals and stuff like that. And I was actually playing a game of Fortnite. So I'm playing a game of Fortnite. One of the characters, one of the persons playing the characters, Spider Gwen. Um, as as the character run by me, the character says, "You started it," and I was like, "Huh?" It's like, what? I've never even heard that character even say those things. But hey, whatever. So I was like, what a, I'm like, even I didn't give it too more thought. I was just kind of like surprised at that. But anyhow, so then she again, like I said, started like doing all these hand things. I said, why are you making all this noise? She started like hitting on her legs and stuff like that. I said, you're the type of person, you always come in talking about how we're making too much noise. But yet you make you like, oh, because I'm happy and I'm singing a song, I'm happy. And I'm like, okay, good for you. So then she mentioned something. I was talking to my son about. She was saying something, and I think talking about. So I said to her, well, if oh, she was like, oh, I mean, I can't. I'm so surprised that Ethan got so big. I'm like, what do you mean? I said, we're both tall people. He is 13. Okay, he's gonna grow. You know. So I said, I don't understand why women always seem so surprised how big their children get. I mean, you see them every day as when they're younger, if you're with them, right? You see them growing, you know? I mean, I might say, wow, Ethan's getting big, but it's not a surprise to me because I know we're both tall and stuff like that, and I don't make it seem like, oh, I'm so shocked. So I was telling myself, I said, this is the difference between the way women think and men think, right? Men, and also, I said, men have a more logical way of thinking and seeing things, whereas women don't. They're in their fantasy realm, particularly to women today, because they've been conditioned a certain way. And so, she started going off west. I said, oh, listen, let me tell you something, okay? When you get older, you know, look for a woman who is going to follow your vision. Not to say that she can't have her own vision, but look for a woman who's going to support you in your vision. She can do her own thing, but make sure she's following your vision, because guess what? As women get older, they look for providers. I say when they're younger, they think that they can do whatever they want, they're independent and this and that, but when the reality hits them as they get older, they're looking for men who's going to provide for them, providers, protectors, but a lot of them don't want to listen, you know. So I said, so you're gonna have to find a woman who is going to be a wife to you and understand what a wife is, and you're going to be a husband knowing what a husband is. So, you know, she, so she left and went into the bedroom. So as she leaves, the police sirens, whoop whoop. Okay, I said, okay, right, whatever, you know. So she goes into her bedroom, and like I said, so I got up to go do the video. All of a sudden, I hear her door close, right? So I said, okay, so she must have been expecting that. They expected that, but this is how they try to send us a bit of a message, right? So, hence is why I'm doing this video right now. To talk about the use of the technology, how they try to get you fixated, and how they try to send you subliminal message that if you talk about it, then you're going to be homeless and they take away your disability. Because again, as soon as I reach for my phone, she put her phone down. All of a sudden, she stops singing, puts her phone down, right? Puts her phone down, walks away, goes to my daughter, starts singing a song, begging, begging, begging. And I'm like, and, oh, you're going to lose me. And I'm just like, what the hell? First of all, like I said, the architect of these programs, it doesn't matter what you do to me. You can take away whatever from me. You're not gonna shut me up. Again, this is bigger than me. And once you don't understand that, me as a person, as a black man, I understand how you use these technology against us as a people. Okay? And it's my purpose, one of my purpose, is to make people understand what is being done, how it's being done. Okay, so this is why I continue to talk about this, even despite all the threats, the psychological threats, the physical threats, the threats of death, the threats of homelessness and all that stuff. You can do all these things. Okay, but I will continue to talk until enough of us truly listen and understand what's being done. Because it's the only way that we as a group of people, not just TIs, but particularly within my group, must understand that this is how they do to us to tear our families apart. Why you think more and more black men and black women are being diagnosed with mental illness today than any other time? You think it's coincidence? Do you think within the last 2 decades, the vast majority of people who are now gay in America, gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, are black people, are European people? Do you think that's coincidence? Okay? So come on, listen, I know I don't have a PhD, and you've been conditioned to only listen to the expert, the PhD, the ones who've been lying to you, and the ones that look like me, who don't do anything for the rest of us, the people that look like me. Okay? But you're worshiping them because they got a PhD and they're on television. There has never been within black people a black person who has been wealthy, who has a PhD, doctorate, and whatever, who have ever fought for black people. Because you know why they don't fight for us? Because they have too much to lose, monetary wise. They worship their degree. They worship the institution that give them their degrees. All right? And so they build a nice, comfortable life for themselves. And they say, fuck the rest of these people, of their very own group. So understand this. Stop worshiping celebrities. Stop worshiping these wealthy black people because they don't do anything for us. And start listening to people like me who understand, who took the time to observe, to research, to bring and tell you guys the truth. And yeah, they may call us crazy, whatever they want to call us. Okay, but like I said, I don't speak on things that I don't know, or at least I don't research. Okay? If I don't know something, I'll go research it. Okay? This is what we need to do as a people and as a group. Okay? So as TIs also, we also got to do the same thing. We got to research. We got to understand what's going on. Okay? We got to understand how they try to turn us and make us dislike each other, dislike other groups of people. Okay? Because remember, not everybody in every group is going to participate in this stuff. A lot of them are being influenced by the technology. And a lot of them don't participate because they want no part of it. Okay? But they're kind of like stranglehold into doing anything because it will affect their life. But it takes very special people to stand up and speak the truth and let others know what's going on, regardless of the cost. And once you start to realize that, okay, once you start to realize that, is when you're going to decide that you're going to do something about it. You're going to expose it in the best way that you can, okay, despite going through all of it, despite the fear, despite the worries, despite the constant questioning of yourself and what's going on. You just have to keep your focus on certain things. Don't let other people drag you all over the place into your beliefs, into thinking other things like aliens and Illuminati and stuff like that. Don't even think about that. Base it on the psychological programming, the technologies that develop, right? And then once you get that down in terms of your research and you gain some knowledge on that, then you can go venture into other things. But remember to have core subjects. And this is what I try to do. It's hard, but at times you may find yourself going to other places, but then you also got to pull yourself back and say, okay, you know what? Let me try and refocus. Okay, the best way I can. So this is what you have to do. Okay. So like I said, you're never going to stop me from exposing what it is that's being done. It's not going to happen. You can do whatever to try to make me hate her. I'm not going to hate her. Okay, because ultimately she's being manipulated also. Okay, it's just frustrating because of the mindset that certain people have, that they're so indoctrinated and so comfortable, and they will do anything for money so they can have a little bit better than the rest of us, that they will throw each and every one of us under the bus. So we have to understand there are people out there that look like us who have these very same personalities, and even whatever group you're in, okay, whatever non-white group you're in, okay, there are people within your communities and society that will do the same thing too. All right, so I'll talk to you guys in the next video.